What's going on, everybody? This is Toy Addict 26 back again with a new review. Today I'm giving you guys a first look at the brand new Predator Wave 10 action figures from NECA Toys. These particular Predator figures are really badass because of the fact that these are not Predators that were actually in the films. These Predator designs, these figures, are based on the original in-house Kenner Predator line from back in the day. So for those of you who collected these when you were kids, it's awesome to see these updated sculpts done by the awesome sculptors and artists over at NECA Toys. So this is quite honestly one of the most exciting Predator lines that I've seen in quite a while, and just really excited to share this video with you guys right now. So let's take an in-depth look at the packaging, which is very creative, very awesome. Has a lot of little Easter eggs thrown in there, which is like major kudos to the design team from NECA for doing that. And then we'll go ahead and tear these puppies open, take a look at them outside of the package, check out all the paint apps, articulation, all that good stuff. So let's get to it, guys. So here we have the three Predators in their original packaging. You've got this awesome Hive Wars Predator. You got the Night Storm Predator, which is my personal favorite from this assortment, and you've got this badass translucent red Lava Planet Predator. So overall, just a really awesome assortment of Predators, and major kudos to NECA for doing such a badass collection of figures. Now let's take a quick glimpse here at the packaging design. If you've seen, the previous Predator assortments, they've always featured a Predator helmet, showcased on the side of the card. This time around, they went ahead and made this really cool bronze goldish Predator helmet on the side to give it that kind of retro and kind of like artsy look. You can see that it's not very film-like. It looks more like an illustration, like something in-house. So that overall, along with the pixelated details here in the background from the burst and all that, that's really cool because it gives it that old school vibe, that old school look. You can see the pixelation here on the colors, on the burst. Also the artwork here, you can see they're using like old school artwork design. And of course you've got the Predator logo from the original Predator film with Arnold. And the back is so freaking cool because in the back you have a character bio with an oversized illustration of the Predator that's packaged within, a showcase image of the three figures in the assortment. But this is what I really love about this. Being a huge Star Wars fan, this really, is very nostalgic to me because this is a very iconic design that Kenner used in all their 80s toys properties. They'd always showcase figures that you can collect in the assortment on the back of the package, and they would always be in these silver frame squares. So this right here harkens old school big time, and it's really awesome because it really brings out that feel, that nostalgia. And for those of you who collected these figures back in the day, the packaging was very similar to this. You got the grids, the white gridding on the background, which is very old school. But here's something that's really cool, and it was something small that I didn't notice at first. And it's right here at the front of the blister card in the corner. You could see NECA put their logo, but they used the font that is used in the Kenner logo. So I think that's a really awesome little Easter egg that you should look out for. And there's all sorts of stuff, all scattered across the package that, that gives you little pays homage to the original Predator line. So going back to the figures, you've got the Night Storm Predator, which is really badass. You've got Hive Wars Predator and the Lava Planet Predator. This is not the last of the Mohicans as far as these Kenner Predators. We're going to be getting a lot more, and there's another wave, I believe wave 11, which is going to have, no, actually wave 12. Wave 11 is going to be the Thermovision Dutch and the Wasp Predator, and another Predator I can't quite remember right now. But we are going to get another set of 3 Kenner Predators coming soon, so can't wait to see those. So now that I showed you the packaging, you can see the figure looks really nice, just like all the typical Predator figures so far that have been released. You know, you got the nice clamshell and the shape of the Predator head on the side there. Here you got the name of the character. This one is the Hive Wars Predator. And let's go ahead and tear these puppies open and see them out of the package. Check out all the articulation, all that good stuff. So let's start things off with the Hive Wars Predator here. This is a really badass overall look. It looks really awesome. I love the color choice on this figure. It screams aquatic to me. It's something that looks very aquatic. I love the freaking scythe. It's like this huge oversized scythe that he can hold with both hands. So I think that's really badass. And he's got brand new helmet with this really cool, it looks kind of like a spine going down the middle of the head there. So the sculpted details on the helmet are really badass. Also the gauntlets this time around are very different. They're brand new sculpts. You can see they have kind of like fins. So this is definitely like an aquatic predator. There's a brand new sculpt here on the gauntlet. On the other arm, he doesn't really have a gauntlet. He has kind of like a bracelet, which is something new. Haven't seen that before in a Predator, so that's really cool and creative and different. Overall, this is a figure from one of the previous assortments. I'm sure this is from the Predators film, and they just reused the body, but it's really awesome because there's a lot of brand new sculpted parts which make this a very unique piece. And not to mention the bold, you know, nice icy blues. The blend of colors is just brilliant. It just strikes really well against this, you know, flecked kind of silver blue metallic armor on the helmet and the rest of the armor pieces on the body. He does have a mounted shoulder cannon, just like all the Predators do. And I'm sure that that's a reused part from previous Predators. Although there may be some differences here in the sculpt right here. But I'm going to have to compare that with other Predators. But yeah, this is a really badass figure. The sculpt work here on the leg armors is also brand new. So there's a lot of brand new sculpting. Even though it looks very familiar body-wise, you know, it does have a lot of reused parts, cleverly reused though. It's not like something that, you know, you can tell that it's another Predator altogether. It's really, really nice. Also wanted to mention the fact that the blades coming out of the gauntlet have a very different shape compared to the typical extracting blades that the Predator figures have. So that's also very unique on its own of this particular Hive Wars Predator. Like I mentioned, the sickle is really awesome. And you can hold it with both hands. This hand has a more closed grip. This one has a more open grip, which is really good because it allows you to have a lot of diverse display options with a weapon. And it can be easily removed. Just slide it right out. And on this hand, it's pretty open, so it just pops right out. The articulation is just like all the other Predators. You've got the ball and the hinge on the shoulder. You got the swivel and the hinge at the elbow. You've got a hinge and a ball at the wrist. You've got a swivel cut at the waist. Same articulation on the other arm. And this is the new, more articulated Predator buck, which has the ball socket crotch with the hinge and the ball. Then you've also got double hinge knees for very hyper posing, and you've got the hinge and ball socket at the ankles. So overall, really good beefy articulation, full ball socket at the head, although the shoulder mounted cannon may restrict that a little bit depending on whether you decide to put it on or not. But overall, really badass looking piece. Paint apps are on point, very nice, very clean, super detailed. I love the green tones that looks like it's lit up in the helmet there. And yeah, this is just a really badass Predator figure overall that will look awesome next to all your other Predators. So there you have it, folks. That's the Hive Wars Predator. It's a really badass new Predator to add to your existing Predator collection. I think this figure is really awesome and exceeded my expectations. Please stay tuned for my upcoming reviews of the Nightstorm Predator and Lava Predator. Special thanks goes out to Randy Falk from NECA Toys for hooking it up with this awesome new assortment of figures to share with you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the toy aisles.